At one point in my 20s, I was so broke that I was having an allergic reaction to something. My throat was starting to feel funky, right? So I drank a bunch of Benadryl and then told my mom, looked at her and said, "Okay, I'm going to pass out on this couch over here. And you only take me to the hospital if I can't breathe, if I stop breathing." That was the level of desperation that I was at because I could not afford anything medical at that point in time in my life. I too was in a similar place where I couldn't quite qualify for Medicaid because I'm in Missouri and I didn't have a child, so they wouldn't give that to me as a single adult. And also, I had the ACA marketplace stuff, but they gave me the discount to make it like very, very cheap, like $17 per month, but I actually wouldn't utilize the benefits because I couldn't pay for the co-pays and everything else like that. So I was in a place where I wasn't getting the medical care that I needed for a long time. Now, I'm also an abuse survivor of multiple different forms, so absolutely, I needed mental health care. I needed all sorts of care that I unfortunately didn't get. Now, watching the last video that this came from, a lot of people, whenever they first see that, they're not going to assume that that is my backstory. They are not going to assume any of that. A lot of people are going to assume, most likely, that I come from an extremely privileged background, and I do have some ingrained privileges, right? But there's a lot of things that I've had to really fight to get to the place where I'm at now. And I always remember that fight. And it's actually the reason that I've created products like the Accessible Private Pay Toolkit, which help therapists figure out, or other, service providers, clinicians figure out what they can actually financially, sustainably, feasibly have as a reduced fee, how many spots they can have at what cost, or a sliding scale method for their practice so that they can both be financially sustainable for them and accessible or more accessible for others. Included in that, besides, the massive calculator that spits out all the numbers for you, and the workbook guidebook thing that's like 58 pages going through stuff, in that also it includes all the other ways that we can live out those values. There are many of them, and a lot of them are from the things that I do myself. So yeah, I get processing this and being like, wow, this person must have a completely different background, but we actually share a lot of things in common. You'd probably be surprised.